Every autumn, the most productive farms of the early 20th century performed a soil management ritual that modern gardening has quietly dropped from its calendar, a practice so consistently applied on farms that outperformed their neighbors that agricultural writers of the era documented it as standard procedure on any serious vegetable or field crop operation. It was not expensive. It was not complicated. It did not require specialized equipment or technical knowledge. It required only the recognition that the soil management decisions made in autumn determine the productive ceiling of the following spring, and that no spring fertilizer application, regardless of quantity or quality, could fully compensate for the mineral foundation that autumn investment built. Before we proceed, like this video, subscribe to Garden Guru, and comment below your thoughts. What those 1900s farmers incorporated into their soil every autumn was kelp meal, dried, ground seaweed rich in mineral complexity that the 3-number NPK analysis of modern fertilizer marketing entirely fails to capture. The coastal farmers who first began applying kelp to inland fields centuries before the early 20th century did so because the productivity improvement it produced was unmistakable and consistent. They transported it at significant effort and expense because what it did to their soil justified the cost in yield terms. By the early 20th century, commercial processing made it widely available, and its adoption as autumn soil amendment on the most productive farms of the era was extensive enough to appear as standard recommendation in period agricultural extension literature. The reason kelp meal performs so differently from synthetic fertilizers is not primarily its NPK content. Neptune's Harvest organic kelp meal carries a 102 analysis, 1% nitrogen, 0 phosphorus, 2% potassium, numbers that would look unimpressive on a fertilizer comparison chart and that explain why it disappeared from mainstream gardening recommendations once synthetic high NPK products became available and heavily marketed. The numbers that the NPK analysis does not show are the 60+ trace minerals and micronutrients that dried kelp contains in organic forms, the natural plant growth regulators, cytokinins and auxins, that stimulate cell division and root development in the plants grown in kelp-amended soil, and the alginic acid compounds that structurally improve soil aggregation in ways that affect water infiltration, root penetration, and air movement through the soil matrix for multiple growing seasons after a single application. These are the contributions that early 20th century farmers observed without being able to measure biochemically. Crops growing in kelp-amended soil produced more uniformly, rooted more deeply, showed greater drought tolerance during dry spells, and demonstrated better disease resistance than crops on comparable unamended soil. They observed these outcomes and repeated the practice that produced them. Modern soil science has since explained the mechanisms. Cytokinins in the kelp promote lateral root branching, expanding the root system's total surface area and reach. Alginic acid improves soil aggregate stability, creating the macropore structure that allows roots to penetrate to greater depths. Trace minerals act as cofactors for the enzyme systems that regulate every major plant metabolic pathway. Enzymes that operate at reduced efficiency when their mineral cofactors are limiting, regardless of how much macronutrient fertilizer is present. Neptune's Harvest organic kelp meal in the 12-pound resealable bag is the product that brings this autumn investment practice into the modern garden. Link is in the description. The resealable format matters for autumn application because kelp meal is typically applied at 4 to 6 pounds per 100 square feet, meaning most home gardeners will use it across multiple application sessions or store it between the autumn soil amendment and the spring foliar application that completes the seasonal protocol. The low nitrogen content means safe autumn incorporation without the risk of stimulating frost-vulnerable late-season growth that high nitrogen autumn amendments create. The mineral complexity works over winter as soil biology continues its cold season processing, integrating the trace elements into the soil biological matrix so they are present at root zone depth for spring's first transplants rather than sitting on the surface waiting for spring watering to carry them down. Apply in late autumn after the final harvest is cleared. Incorporate into the top 6 to 8 inches. Mulch the surface to maintain the soil biological activity that processes it over winter. Return in spring to soil that has spent an entire dormant season building the mineral foundation that 1900s farmers considered the non-negotiable prerequisite for the spring season that followed. The productivity ceiling of your spring garden is set in autumn. The 1900s farmers knew this. The spring fertilizer industry would rather you did not. What becomes clear after several seasons of using this approach is that autumn kelp application is not really a feeding event in the way spring fertilization is. It behaves more like a slow structural upgrade to the soil system itself. Each winter cycle becomes a period of quiet rebalancing, where minerals are distributed more evenly, microbial interactions become more stable, and the soil begins to hold on to both water and nutrients for longer periods. By the time spring arrives, the ground is no longer simply ready to be fed, it is already functioning at a higher baseline level of fertility than it was the previous year. And this is where the long-term effect becomes most obvious. After repeated autumn applications, the soil begins to show a kind of resilience that cannot be achieved through single-season inputs. Plants respond faster at transplant, root systems establish with less hesitation, and seasonal swings in weather have a reduced impact on overall performance. The garden gradually shifts from a system that depends on correction to one that maintains itself through accumulated structure and biology. At that point, autumn stops being an optional task on a checklist and becomes the moment that quietly determines the productivity of the entire year ahead. Like this video, subscribe to Garden Guru, and comment below with what autumn soil practices you are currently using. We want to know what your soil is working with going into winter.